Hello? Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Don't we just talk in
I was told to speak. Hello?
I feel like I'm not.
My name is Rosie.
Oh, that's not on. Hello. Year 11s, you'll be departing the hall very shortly because it's an extended form time on a Tuesday. So because of Assembly being on in the hall, that's curtailed our program for today. So you know what's happening after form time, you're going to your normal period 3, 4 and 5 classes. But tomorrow, stay still please. Tomorrow is your day at EIT. Do not come to school first. Go straight to EIT. Meet us there, and well, I won't be there, but meet the other staff will be there at the front of the driveway there. You'll see Taradale High people milling around. Wear school uniform, wear it correctly, and be good ambassadors for our school. Remember, you'll be going to 8 workshops tomorrow. If one isn't what you thought it was going to be, just be polite and listen and think, oh, that's not for me. All right, but it's only just a look-see. It's not committing you to anything. It's a chance for you to look at 8 different pathways. So I hope you enjoy tomorrow. I think tomorrow will be the better day of the two from your perspective because you get to see, it'll be some of you the first time you've been on a campus in a tertiary setting, and that's amazing in itself. Also, remember to take lunch or money to buy lunch at one of the 2 cafes on the campus. You will not be allowed to cross the road to go to Subway. Okay. All right. Okay, sorry about that, but that's crossing a busy road. So you can pack up your stuff now, Year 11s, and you can exit the hall, and we'll see you tomorrow at EIT. Thank you very much.
Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga. Kia mākina kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai, e hiaki ana te tākura, he tio, he huka, he hauhu, ti hei moriora. Nau mai, haere mai, kia ora and welcome to Tariha's Assembly. My name is Rosie Young, I'm your head girl, and before we begin, we would like to have a minute's silence in honour of Queen Elizabeth II's passing, starting now. Thank you. Now, to begin our assembly, we're going to start off with our heads of house, Hamish Robinson and Libby Sims, to talk to us about our guiding principle for the theme of this assembly, which is Huri Tau. Thank you.
Hamish, what are you doing?
I'm reflecting. Huritau.
Huritau isn't all about your appearance. It's about thinking of what has happened, what went well, and what you could do better in the future.
I guess that sounds like a good idea, actually. What could I reflect on?
Well, you do look great, Hamish, but maybe you could fix that tie and wear your blazer properly. Then you would be respecting our school rules and environment so much better.
I guess you're right. I could be thinking a bit more about how I present myself and how it comes across. You know, how I can make myself look better for tomorrow. Huritau reflect is an important guiding principle in our new school values.
You need to be able to reflect so that you can make positive changes and improve.
Reflecting isn't just about your appearance.
You should reflect on how you've performed in that sports game.
Or maybe the conversation you had with your deans the other day.
Actually, now is the best time to practice Huritau, as we've just had our derived grade exams.
True, and now we can nail them for the end of the year exams.
Our junior heads of house, Georgia and Marka, have some top tips on how you can reflect in sport.
Please enjoy the video they've made for you.
Reflection is everywhere, and it is key to make you better at anything you're doing. And for me, especially basketball. Reflection is in every aspect of basketball, and you need it to get better. And if you want to be good like me, you gotta do a whole lot.
In order to improve any sport you're doing or class you're in, you have to have the ability to reflect. For me, reflection looks like looking back at any past games or races and seeing how I can improve that for future practices or events. Here are what a few of our friends had to say. What sport do you play?
I play hockey.
And how do you reflect in that sport?
I like to reflect, so I'm a goalkeeper, so I do get a lot of time to myself, so I do think about how things are going and how I can improve on it.
Alright.
What is your name?
My name's Josh Cotton.
What sport do you play?
Basketball.
How do you use reflection in basketball?
I learn from my mistakes, so when I make an error, I work on my mistakes and to improve my technique.
Very good, very nice. What is your name?
My name's Alex.
What sport do you play?
Badminton.
How do you use reflection in badminton?
I reflect on my mistakes and I improve myself.
Nice. Thank you.
What sport do you play? I play netball. And how do you reflect on a bad netball game? I think back to what I did wrong and try to improve as a team and an individual. What sport do you play?
Adventure racing.
And how do you reflect in that sport?
I reflect by taking time to myself after running or an event to think about my actions and what I could do better and what I did well.
Sweet.
Tēnā koutou katoa ko Bella toko ingoa. I just want to let everyone know that my group and I have organised a casual clothing day for Thursday this week. Please bring in a donation of either a non-perishable good or a gold coin. These donations will be collected at form time by your form teachers. Please note that these donations are for the Family Centre to help the Rawakore living in Hawke's Bay. Kia ora.
Kia ora Bella, and thank you Micah and Georgia for that great video. Now we're going to have Amanda, our Head of Peer Support in Tariha, to talk about the form time activity and how you can encourage hoodie tau in your classes.
Good morning. As a house, we've decided we would love to encourage a time of reflection every week in form class. We came up with the idea that in the last form class of the week, everyone pairs up with someone that they wouldn't normally talk to and they reflect on their week. This could involve discussing things that went well, such as a test you feel you've really aced, and something you could work on, such as an activity in PE. Reflection is an important skill to help us all grow as individuals. By doing this, you can celebrate your achievements while also highlighting things that need improvement. I hope you choose to implement this in your form class and it helps bring us all closer together. Thank you.
Kia ora, Amanda. Now we're going to have Mr. Oliver talk to the school about what hoodie tau means to him and some other notices.
So I'm actually going to pause talking to the school at the minute because what we really want to do is to hear Neva perform first. So what we'll do is we'll get Neva up and she will perform her song, and then what we're going to try and do is just to introduce some of the candidates that we've got for the student board elections. So, yeah.
Taste of my tears when they run down my face, yeah. Reminds me of other years and the dreams I've been chasing. Fueling the fire inside me, the fears I can face them. 'Cause mama never told me nothing about being complacent. So you can knock me down, but I won't stay on the ground. Can't stop believing I'm the greatest. Hearts breaking till I know I've made it. And I'll never know what second place is. No pain, no doubt, till the lights go out. Just a little more makes it worth it all. When I hear the call, will I rise or fall? I know my road leads to something gold. So I'm walk them all, I'm walk them all. You can knock me down, but I won't stay on the ground. Can't stop believing I'm the greatest. Hearts breaking till I know I made it. And I'll never know till the lights go out.
Kia ora for that. It was beautiful. Certainly better than I could have done, for sure. Thank you for that. Kia ora. So one thing I'd like to do, and I think it's important that if we've got some time left that we do this, we have the student board elections coming up, and the voting for student board elections is tomorrow. And the school board's actually a really, really important it plays a really important role in the Kura. Effectively, they kind of work around governance and policies and really have a lot of input into how our school runs and what we do and how we do it. And on the school board sits a student representative. And they perform a really important role of giving a student perspective on the board, so that when the board are looking at kind of big things like policies and strategy and where the school's going and how it's developing and finance and things, that there is a student there to give a student perspective. So I'd like to invite our candidates who you will be voting for tomorrow just to come up and just read their candidate statement. So I'm not sure who's here and who isn't here, but I think what we'll do is I can see Elliot coming up and I can see Sam. So Elliot, do you want to just start? And then Sam can go next. And then Olivia Knowles is the third candidate. I'll read her candidate statement if she can't make it. She's doing a chemistry assessment today.
Cool. Thank you. Kia ora, my name is Elliot Morgan. I'm a Year 12 student at Tauranga High School, standing for the student representative on the Board of Trustees. I feel strongly about the well-being and education of fellow students. I believe I will bring a fresh and balanced opinion to the board, and I have experience on the Ravensdown Technical Focus Group, which looked at the resource consent application for Ravensdown. As a part of this process, I offered a youth voice to an important issue and learned many skills along the way. This experience sets me up well for a possible position on the board. I would bring a positive can-do attitude with a strong work ethic. I have a background in many aspects of school, from music and drama to first-team sport, with a good sense of academic focus alongside it. If this sounds like the representation you want, vote for me. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Sam Williams. I am wanting to be part of the school board because I have always been interested in helping others, listening to what is going on in the school. If you want to vote for me, please know that I will listen. Thank you, and hope you have a great day.
Kia ora. Thank you, boys. The third candidate is Olivia Knowles in Year 12. As I say, Olivia's busy doing a chemistry assessment today, so I'll read her candidate statement. I believe being the student representative on the board is an amazing opportunity to bring forward a student perspective in any issues or projects around the school. My past 3 years on the school council have allowed me to gain a well-rounded view as a student that I can bring to the board. My speech and debating experience have allowed me to be able to effectively communicate with both adults and peers, which I believe is essential as a student representative. I believe I'm well organised, so would be able to easily manage the various tasks required. Overall, I believe my student perspective on any issue or projects around the school is needed for student representative and is what makes me a good candidate for this role. So that's Olivia's candidate statement. I think we're in a really fortunate position, and I think that any three of these candidates would do a fantastic job on the board. So you have a chance to vote for them tomorrow in form time. Okay, I do want to talk briefly on Reflect. So look, before I do that, I just want to thank everybody for their mahi today. Look, it's great. And as I say, putting assemblies together is hard. There's lots of bits to put together and to organise, and coming up here and talking and performing. You only know how scary it is once you start to do it. So yeah, these guys have done an awesome job. So can we just please put our hands together for everyone today? Okay, Huratau, Reflect. Te tiro, whakamuri, kokiri, whakamua. Look back and reflect so you can move forward. And that whakatoki pretty much says it all. And some of the points have been made by a few people today. Look, reflecting is absolutely key to learning. It allows you to develop the important skills and review the effectiveness of what you're doing, rather than just carrying on doing things as you've always done them. It's about questioning in a really positive way why you do things, how you do them, and what could be done differently, and what could be done next. And a lot of it's about setting direction. Look, an analogy I like to think of is if you're in a desert or you're in a jungle where there are no road signs, there are no direction signs. It's very difficult to know your way. If you were to look at a compass once and say, right, I'm going to head north, and you keep walking, very, very quickly you're going to head off a direction. And if you don't check back on the direction you're going in, you're going to end up in an entirely different place from where you intended going. So part of navigating where you're going is about stopping, checking direction, and correcting. And that's what reflecting is in many ways. It's about stopping and thinking, right, I was intending on doing this. Have I actually done that? Could I have done it better? And if I've done it, what needs to happen next? And as humans, we actually reflect all the time. You're probably sitting at the minute reflecting. And it's what's called reflecting on time, in time. It's short-term reflection. You know, every time you do something, you're thinking, actually, how did that go? Or what do I need to do next? It's part of the normal process of how you operate. And you don't really think about it. And that form of reflection is important. But a really important addition to that for your learning is actually kind of that explicit, intentional reflection where you actually stop. You provide yourself the time and the space and the right environment to really think so that you're doing it intentionally. You're not just doing that process that you're not aware of is going on in your head all the time, but you're stopping and you're thinking. And you can do that for yourself. You can self-reflect. But it's actually really good to do it with other people as well, because others are often able to ask questions that you might not have thought of or give you perspectives that you've not got. So it's combinations of reflection of different things. In the school, most things that we do, we have these little things called reflective loops built into them, where we do something, we stop, we check back again to see whether we achieved what we intended on achieving, and then we think, actually, where do we go next? Or do we need to do it again? Or could we have done it better? And if I'm absolutely honest, it's something as a school we can always do a lot better. Because often when you're charging forward, sometimes you forget to stop and think. And it's actually really important that you do take that on board. So, yeah. So, Huratau, really, really important for learning. And hopefully you've got a sense of that today. You've got a chance at the end of the week to reflect with somebody else on how your week's been. And obviously this is something we're going to continue to build on as a kura around our guiding principles. So start to think what it means to you and how important it is to you. Okay, kia ora. That's all from me. I'm going to pass on. Rosie, are you doing the closing karakia or Neva? Neva, would you be happy to do the closing karakia, please? Could we all please etu? Kia ora.
Kia ino e tātou, kia tātou katoa, te atawhai o tō tātou araki, a i hukaraiti me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga tahitanga ki te wairua tapu, ake, amene.
Kia ora, eno. Kia ora, thank you.